I'm Chris Turimas, Matt Lautner Cattle TV. We're here at the 2011 Kansas State Fair. We're currently in our Grand Champion Steer Drive, sponsored by DWE Livestock. The Dylan Evans family, really appreciate their support. Got a great set of steers out here in our lineup. Quality runs deep, certainly here at the Kansas State Fair. Numbers certainly weren't quite as high as we've seen at some of the other state fairs, but when you get them out here in our Grand Champion lineup, certainly the quality doesn't let you down by any means. We're standing here with Briggs Stewart, certainly a very qualified judge. He's evaluated a lot of cattle all over the country. I guess, Brig, can you give us your thoughts on this lineup here at the Kansas State Fair?
Yeah, we talked a little bit earlier in that preview, but looks like a nice set of breed steers. Some families that have definitely been here the last few years and stay in the lineup. I guess a young lady with the Angus steer, I think it's her second year in a row, champion Angus. Charlay's the Drake family from down south. I guess the Hereford gal, she's shown, I think, champion Hereford the last 2, maybe 3 years in a row. So there's several good breed steers these families have been pulling together. Like I said, maybe not as deep or as high quality compared to the crossbreds, and some of them in the Keys and the main classes calves look good, but maybe not the caliber of the others that were definitely in that crossbred division. But like I said, tough crossbred class, that calf looks good too. I think there's a good lineup of calves here, and a lot of these calves were probably Kansas raised. So.
Well, as Briggs said, the lineup certainly is high quality. The breed steers are exemplary. The crossbreds probably are our favorites in our mind. Champion crossbreds, a heat wave, shown by Brady Jensen. He's certainly a calf that puts a lot of pieces together, being super sound, big bodied, really stout, really attractive from the side. He's really complete. Certainly the one, as we said, we think will be the one to beat. That calf was sold by McCracken and Shirley and Jared Arthur. Certainly congratulations to those guys. Putting another great steer in a Grand Champion lineup here at a major state fair. But as Briggs said, a great lineup. We really appreciate our judge, Randy Perry, doing an outstanding job here from Prather, California. We were fortunate enough to see him judge the heifers there in Wisconsin. Certainly put a great lineup there and didn't let us down again here in Kansas. Really exceptional lineup, as we said. I guess Briggs, a steer that's standing out to us out here, may not have enough horse to get up top, but what do you think of that Charlay composite there in the 2-hole?
Yeah, nice calf, shaped right, built right. You know, not as hairy or as fresh looking as some of the others. Maybe a nickel more mature at this point, but boy, you get that one in motion and you study him in terms of genuine shape. You know, he's kind of a meat and potato type calf, the kind you like to see, and kind you like to have a whole feedlot full of, and yet still gets a place here in State Fair. Calf looks real good, squared up, built right from the ground up. Just wished he was a nickel fresher and fresher haired, and I think that thing would be a good player as well.
I'm not going to mention all those guys by name.
Well, as Chan said, that calf, as Briggs said, that calf certainly impressive as far as muscle shape and power is concerned. Just like to see, as he said, a little more hair and presentation. That calf certainly could be a major player. But as we said, it's probably going to come down to those 2 crossbreds. The champion, as we said, shown by Brady Jensen, the reserve, which we'll probably see, we suspect, come out for contention, shown by Shiloh Shockey, a really nice monopoly sired steer, sold by Bonham Show Cattle from Newcastle, Oklahoma.
And the majority of the department wanted to go.
I guess, Brig, obviously I know your tradition runs deep here for the Stewart family in Kansas. Can you tell us just a little bit of background, at least as your family, is what the Kansas State Fair has meant to you guys?
Oh, it's definitely, we sell probably 50% of our calves in the state. I guess it varies from year to year, but like I said, my little brother won the heifer show and steer show his senior year at Kansas State Fair, and it was that really stepped us up in terms of what this meant to us. I guess up until that point, we'd sold several steers that have won or been reserve and played at State Fair in Wichita every year. So definitely a good program for the kids, and this gala, this grand gala they put together is definitely something that these kids will remember for the rest of their life. You know, even if they don't have the best calf out in this lineup, boy, they'll always remember being in this show ring on the green chips at night. So like I said, to me and to our family, it means a lot because we have a lot of customers in this family. We put a lot of money into keeping this thing going as well. So and definitely run professionally.
And then once again, we'd like to thank our grand champion steer sponsor, DWE Livestock, the Dylan Evans family. As Briggs said, a lot of families, including his, and certainly the Evans family, have done a great job in supporting the state fair and done a lot of monetary contributions to make the show what it is, and certainly appreciate their support. And we'd also like to thank our supreme sponsor, Sullivan Supply, the innovative leader in the show supply industry. Well, it looks like we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here, Brig. We've made all our comments and conjecture, I guess. Obviously, we suspect that crossbred. Is that where you're going to go?
Yeah, I think when he was in class, he said on the third place steer in that class that when he walked in the ring, that's probably the best calf he's seen come in the ring all day, and he wound up being third in that class. So that's it.
And yes, it'll be the heat wave to be your grand champion, shown by Brady Jensen. Congratulations to Brady, an outstanding calf sold by McCracken and Shirley and Jared Arthur. The Jensen family always does a wonderful job here in Kansas. Congratulations to Brady once again, an outstanding steer, and we'll have our reserve champion crossbred here momentarily, shown by Shiloh Shockey, sired by Monopoly. That calf will be here just a moment. As you can see that calf there, Brig, just give us some quick comments.
Definitely a good calf. I think he's one that, as a prospect, got along pretty good, especially in the state of Kansas. Like I said, it's a no-fit show here in Kansas. Actually, ever since that year we two-holed the steer and heifer show went to no-fit. So, yeah, sometimes the pictures don't look as fancy or as neat as some of the Iowa State Fair, but that calf had played a lot of state fairs, I believe.
I wouldn't disagree with you there. Well, I've been to, this will be my 6th state fair, and certainly I think he'd have been a player at all the state fairs we've been to so far. And as you said, not being fit up, he's still awful neat to look at, and certainly got a lot of bone and foot size. I think that one glued up would look exceptional, and he certainly still looks incredible here today. That Shockey steer is coming to contention here. An outstanding calf, really big-bodied, super stout. Probably not quite as attractive through that front 1/3 as our champion, but from shoulders back, certainly a really impressive steer. As we said, we expect him to be our reserve. And yes, it'll be the steer shown by Shiloh Shockey to be reserve grand champion at the Kansas State Fair, sired by Monopoly and sold by Bonham Show Cattle. Congratulations to our 2 champions, Brady Jensen and Shiloh Shockey. A clean Lautner sweep here at the Kansas State Fair. Heat wave on top, followed by Monopoly. Once again, congratulations to those 2 young men. An outstanding show. Brig, any quick final thoughts?
Two good families. They work their butts off year-round to get cattle ready for this deal. So, I mean, very, very, very impressed with the stock they brought, and they brought them ready to be looked at.
Well, as Briggs said, 2 families that are very deserving of this high honor here at the Kansas State Fair. Congratulations again to Brady Jensen and Shiloh Shockey, our 2 champion steer exhibitors. And once again, thanks to our sponsor, DWE Livestock, the Dylan Evans family, for their continued support of MLC TV and the Kansas State Fair, as well as our supreme sponsor, Sullivan Supply, the innovative leader in the show supply industry.